Let me walk you through a journey of how Portuguese men and a very tiny insect changed the world dynamics and history of how Nigeria became a widely populated Christian country. Now, it all started in the 1400s when the very first set of Christians stepped foot into Nigeria. They sailed into places like the Kingdom of Benin and the Kingdom of Warri, and when it all started out, the kings were quite intrigued about this new religion, such that even the king of Warri allowed for his son to be baptized. Now, the Catholic Portuguese men missed out on one very tiny detail: the very wicked Nigerian mosquitoes. Now, back then, the white men did not have a cure for malaria, and they were not used to anything called mosquito bites. Then they were so not ready for this. A whole lot of the white priests that came in started to fall sick, and at some point they started to die. Now, this led to Nigeria being labeled the white man's graveyard, because a lot of the priests who had come in were actually falling sick and dying as a result. Now, they tried to stay for a while, but after seeing that we cannot cope with this, they chose that they are going to go back to their country. And it was until 300 years later that the next set of people set foot in Nigeria to preach Christianity again. Now, what did they do differently? At this time, they had decided that they are going to do more research into how to combat the killing insect called mosquitoes. And at that time was when the scientists discovered quinine, which was a very, very bitter substance from the bark of a tree. Now, they had figured that with this particular thing, they are going to be able to use it to treat people that have malaria. Now, after they had found this automatic shield to mosquitoes, they figured out that it would make more sense to not just send another white man to the country, but to also find somebody who is able to speak the country's language and also understands the land. And this is where Ajari Karada comes in, which happens to be a boy that was once upon a time sold into slavery, but then was rescued by the British Army and then was able to learn, and was the person who went on to translate the Bible into Yoruba language. And then this time they were actually able to penetrate and begin to spread the religion into the land. If you would like to see more stories like this, drop me a follow and I will see you on the next one.